You know, when we're sharing, we're showing what we have and all that. We don't really show the struggle.
I think it's having the patience to deal with that and also to deal with uncomfortable situations and places you may not want to be.
These are the people who are actually verified in this industry.
I think the majority of people do it intentionally
Yeah.
because they're faking, they're lying.
You know, when we're sharing, we're showing what we have and all that. We don't really show the struggle. I know you do sometimes.
I struggle all the time.
So what are the struggles that there is in this business?
Yeah, so I think in any business and in the business of life, there are a lot of struggles. I think one of the bigger struggles is ourselves. It's our mindset. It's our, are we? I think as an entrepreneur, the biggest thing, let's talk about is motivation and discipline. When you have a job, you better be there at 9 a.m. or else you're basically getting fired if you do it too many times. When you're self-employed, like you said, we don't have set hours. So actually that means if I want to start at 11, I will. And I will. But that also means that maybe I just won't start. Maybe, having that actual motivation, discipline to keep going, especially at the start when you're you suck. You start any business, you're rubbish at it. And of course you are, because you don't know what you're doing. And you're not making that many sales, you're not getting that much engagement. That's just life. Dealing with that is very, very tricky, especially when it's your first business, because you don't know. Now I have had businesses, I know that, okay, there's that period, and then it's all good if I do what I'm doing. If I didn't have that, I'd have no flipping idea. There's no boss, there's no manager saying to you, hit those targets, and you get a pay rise. I think another one is I suppose it falls into mental health of balancing what you said earlier, the work and life. Understanding as an entrepreneur that you're always going to want more, you're always going to reinvest, you're always going to want the next thing. You always think, okay, I'm 1 million turnover, let me get 10 million. And it's balancing that with, well, hold on, and this is what TED Talks is becoming. It's called being better. It's how do you balance that with, but actually I'm content, I've got kids, I've got a cat, I've got a house, we good. But actually, no, I still want more. And how do you actually balance that is probably one of the most philosophically important questions ever. And I think that in itself is a challenge. I'm working with idiots. People say, what do you do? When you asked me, I should have said I work with idiots all the time. In property, especially with builders, especially, and now when I'm trying to buy businesses, the brokers who are estate agents, but oh my God, people, if you think estate agents are bad, meet business brokers, atrocious. Dealing with them, oh my God, they're just idiots. And so, you have this constant thing of I'm trying to do business, I'm trying to get shit done, you're valuing a business at 10x, it's worth 2x. And then, I think it's having the patience to deal with that and also to deal with uncomfortable situations and places you may not want to be. So there's a lot of challenges, and that's only a few of them.
You know what? I'm just laughing my heart out. I had to deal with a lot of people like that. And especially in property, oh my God. My worst nightmare is deal sources.
Oh my God, they're so bad. So bad. I just can't.
Someone who just goes on Gumtree or go to Rightmove or go whatever and think that they know now the business. They give you an analysis that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, right? And then they tell you the profit is going to be minus X. And I'm like, have you done your research at all? Or just put it in Excel sheet. The Excel did everything.
Of course.
So expecting me to lose money on this deal. And they're like, I don't know. No. Let me just do it again and send it to you. You never hear from them again.
Of course. Or they suddenly find some comparables that are, 20 grand more. And you're like, yeah, to be fair, that's a good point. I don't like deal sources. Most of them are rubbish. But I get it. It's a stepping stone. So most people who do it are not in it for career. They're not buying. They're doing it. Okay, let me get some cash. Let me get some experience. And then I'll buy property. No one really says, I'm going to be a deal sourcer forever. And it's my business.
Yeah.
They just don't.
No. I know so many people who's they just have sourced thousands of properties, but that's not through just themselves. Maybe through mentoring, they mentor other people how to do deal sourcing, and when they do deal sourcing, they count that as part of.
Everyone likes to add extra numbers in. Yeah.
As human beings, we tend to only show the best that we were doing, right? Like our stories are all about our achievements, our what we have done, what we could achieve, like all the best and our qualities. Look at me, look at me. We don't do it intentionally, but this is
Oh, I think some
technically,
people do it intentionally. I think the majority of people do it intentionally
yeah.
because they're faking, they're lying. All the social media, 90% is a lie. Everything people put in their stories are lies. Oh, I bought this property and I did a refurb. It was so easy. You're a fucking liar.
Nah, yeah.
Oh, I did this business and it only took, X many years. You're lying. Like, I think most of it is a lie, and also it's a lie on purpose because, like, tell me something. If I borrowed my friend's Lamborghini, borrowed my friend's Rolex, I wear a Fitbit normally. I don't know what the hell it is. And I took some pictures, and I also I've got a bunch of cash in my house from like wedding cash. Okay, I'll spread that on the table, a couple chains. If I sort of take pictures of that, go have some smashed avocado for breakfast, I'm in these cool places. After a month of posting that sort of lifestyle content, the Lamborghini, the whatever, I promise you, I money back guarantee promise you that I would double my income. Say in my case from my education and mentoring. I guarantee you it's a fact. So therefore, I should lie. If I want to make more money, I should lie. And that's why people do it. But I don't, because I don't care about the result of it. I can't go on there and say, like, you know what I mean? Like, when
That's not you.
Yeah, in fact, when I'm in my friend's Lamborghini, I just criticize it for being plasticky and an Audi. So if anything, don't let me in your Lamborghini because I'm going to tell you what it really is. So, do you know what I mean? It's hard. I get why people lie. Like, I get it. It's like people commit crimes. Yeah, because actually it's easier to commit crimes sometimes depending on your situation. So, yeah, I get it.
Money attracts money.
100% does. I mean, look, I was thinking about this earlier. You and I, if you told me you have a £10 million property portfolio, you live in Chelsea, all this stuff, how can I actually check? There's no way.
There's no way, that's true.
Okay, company's house, I could look at the charges, but it could be in your personal name. So I don't know. Like, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So the only way I know is by looking at you, looking at your car keys, looking at your bling, so that's why I get it, because again, we could have a deep conversation, I could get to know you, but I still don't know if you're rich or not, because all you have to do is say, I earned 100 grand last month, and all I have to say is, okay, fuck knows. So how do we judge people? It's on what we see, because that's who we are, and our brain likes association, and it likes quick. It likes, okay, that's a 22 plate Audi, money. Although we both know we can lease that for 800 quid a month. It's still not cheap.
Not less.
Yeah, it's still not cheap, but that's the only way you and I can assess each other and someone else.
Or maybe just rent it for the day.
Exactly, which is what a lot of people on Instagram do. Like, rent it for the day, take shitloads of pictures, you bring different outfits, standard.
Yeah.
And you've got content for a year. And, like, how can anyone question it? Okay, they see you actually on road in your Nissan Micra. And they say, oh, look at you. This is my courtesy cars and my mum's. There's just...
My business car.
Yeah, I think really places like Company's House should actually show a lot more and be a lot more transparent. I don't know why they're not, because that would probably be a really good way to check on people. Maybe in the future there will be a way, some biometric chip that has your income in, and you can say, oh, you earn this much. Okay, well, let me test you. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I think, yeah, there should be more checks. But it will eliminate all the rookie doers out there, and it will be an amazing way to tell these are the people who are actually verified in this industry. I want to thank you for tuning in and liking and being so engaging. I'm loving the love and the support you're showing me every single episode. If you have any questions, make sure you follow us on all our social media and leave all your comments and your burning questions in the comment section down below. If you're listening to us through the audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, or if you're watching us on YouTube, do not forget to give us a subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to the Diaries of Success. I was your host, Hajar Beyaz. Until the next episode, do not forget to live your best life.